We looked at setting priorities as an important first step in managing your time. Now we will look at managing your time efficiently. Let's face it, projects can be overwhelming, especially when it is something that you are unsure of or do not like to do. Break projects down into more manageable tasks and work on one item at a time. You can start by setting a timer for, say, 30 minutes and focusing on a task until the timer goes off. If you lose your focus before the 30 minutes is up, reset your timer and begin again. Following are some more concrete ideas. If you like to make lists or are easily distracted, the Getting Things Done method, created by author David Allen, may work for you. This process helps you to get things done by recording tasks on paper and then breaking them down into actionable work items. First, you want to capture the actions that have your attention. These actions are tasks that can relate to anything from work to school to your personal life. Next, clarify what they mean. Decide whether the tasks that have your attention are actionable or not. If an item is not actionable, ignore it for now. If the item is actionable, do it, delegate it, or set it aside. Organize your actions. Prioritize your list according to what you need to get done and when. Reflect. Review your list of actions frequently to determine your next priority. Cross off tasks you have accomplished and update your list. And finally, engage. Take the actions you can complete right now. Get rid of the clutter that keeps you from focusing on what you are trying to accomplish. It could be clutter in your workspace or other clutter, such as the television or the internet, or dinging email notifications. Turn off distractions and set a timer for how long you should be at your task. Use your time efficiently. You may want to complete the time management accountability chart to help you figure out what you are actually doing with your time. It may help you to find some extra time in your day. Work with your highs and lows throughout the day. If you are a morning person, do those tasks that are hardest for you to do in the morning when you have the most energy. Also, do not forget to take breaks when you are losing focus. A quick 10-minute walk outside can do wonders and help you to refocus. Following are a few strategies to help you be more efficient with your time. British historian Cyril Northcote Parkinson became famous for the phrase, "Work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion." In other words, the amount of time you give yourself to complete a task is the amount of time it will take you to complete that task. This is not a time management technique per se. It's a law that, when understood, can be applied as one of the most beneficial time management methods out there. But you have to apply the law. That means working more efficiently in shorter bursts of time. The following tips may get you started. Try working without a computer charger. This will force you to finish the project before your computer dies. Get it done early. Instead of finishing an essay by midnight, try to get it done by noon. Set a deadline. Give yourself a set time to do something, and then cut it in half. Limit time for tasks. Give yourself only 20 minutes in the morning to answer emails. Another method to work more efficiently that is good for working students or parents and analytical thinkers is time blocking. This is a strategy used by Elon Musk. To employ time blocking, divide your day into blocks of time. Each block is dedicated to accomplishing a specific task or group of tasks, and only those specific tasks. Rather than keeping an open-ended to-do list, start each day with a concrete schedule that lays out what you'll work on and when. Prioritizing the items on your to-do list in advance is imperative. Estimate the time it will take to complete each item. Set aside time each week, Monday morning or Friday afternoon, or whatever works for you, to review your tasks for the upcoming week. Make a rough sketch of your time blocks for each day, focusing on your priorities. Don't forget to include meals and exercise into your day. Add buffer times in between each time block to allow for adjustments during the day. At the end of each day, assess what still needs to be completed, as well as any new items, and make adjustments to the remaining days accordingly. I also like the idea of color coding your blocks. You could break it down by school, work, and personal, or by project. Do whatever works for you. Days that are time blocked in advance will keep you focused on the task at hand, and you will not need to make decisions about what you should be doing. If you get off task or distracted, simply look at your schedule and get back to the current task. If you're feeling burnt out from school or work, or if you are a creative thinker, the Pomodoro technique may speak to you. It was created by entrepreneur and author Francesco Cirillo. This technique uses a timer to break down your work into intervals. Each interval is known as a Pomodoro, named after the tomato-shaped timer that Cirillo created. Here's how you can make it work. Choose a task that you need to get done. Set a timer, say for 25 minutes. Focus on the task at hand. When the timer rings, put a check mark on a piece of paper. Take a short break for about 3 to 5 minutes. Go for a walk, grab a cup of coffee, or do something non-work related to give your brain a break. Then start over. Once you have completed this process 4 times, you can begin to take longer breaks, such as 20 to 30 minutes. Saying no can help you to avoid overcommitment and allow you to focus on the things that you need and want to do. Being assertive can help you to say no when you mean no. At the same time, being respectful to others. Reflecting on your SMART goals and values will help you to say no with confidence. We already talked about surrounding yourself with a network of family and friends who can be there when you are in need. They may be able to pitch in on tasks that can help you to manage your time. Things like taking out the garbage, doing the dishes, and cleaning can be delegated when you are feeling overwhelmed. We addressed procrastination earlier this semester. However, it is certainly worth mentioning again. This is when you put off things that you should be focusing on now. We usually prefer to do something that is more enjoyable or more comfortable. Remember efficient use of time. If you are a morning person, do those things that are hardest for you to do in the morning. One of the things that I least like to do are reports. I found that if I do them first thing in the morning, I have more energy to devote to them. Remember these few tips to help when procrastinating. Recognize that you are procrastinating. Determine why you are procrastinating. Is your task just not a priority? Do you have the skills and the knowledge to engage in the activity? Or is the task overwhelming? Then, find ways to increase your motivation. Sometimes you just have to jump in, possibly before you are ready. We can waste a lot of time planning and planning and planning. Taking the first step may be what you need to build your confidence and begin to develop your skills. One strategy that I frequently use is to stop in the middle of a project. That encourages me to get back to it sooner rather than later. You may want to revisit the Tim Urban TED Talk, Inside the Mind of a Master Procrastinator. This is a screenshot of the time management accountability chart. Basically, you record what you are doing every half hour of the day for 3 days. Then you tally how much time you spend on activities. This can be an eye-opener for you. You can find the time management accountability chart in D2L under additional resources. Your culminating project in this course will be to develop a stress management plan. We covered many coping skills in the past few weeks. Consider what may be helpful to you and incorporate some into your plan. That's a wrap for time management. My hope is that you learned a new strategy or two to add to your time management toolbox.